Welcome back to Niners Nation. The 49ers are one of the Super Bowl favorites this year, and if they're going to make some noise in January, they're going to need to win some pivotal road matchups. With the preseason officially underway, I thought I'd take a look at three of these matchups. To take a look at is actually Week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. Both teams are coming off strong 2011 seasons. Of course, they both ended at the hands of the Giants. The Packers went 15-1 and lost to the Giants in the divisional round, while the 49ers went 13-3 and lost to the Giants in the NFC Championship game. Coming off strong 2011 seasons, this should end up being the Fox game of the week, and really it could be an NFC Title Game preview. Unfortunately for the 49ers, they have a bit of a one-sided history against the Packers in recent years. Over the last 14 games, the 49ers are 1-13. Their one win did happen to be a pretty special one when Steve Young connected with Terrell Owens, but that's been pretty much the only highlight in recent years, so hopefully the 49ers can snap that trend. The big story will probably end, with the media at least, will probably end up being Alex Smith versus Aaron Rodgers. Although both these teams are about so much more, this game marks the first matchup where both teams are Super Bowl favorites. So even though they're two different quarterbacks that do a lot of different things, people are going to latch onto this story. For the 49ers and Alex Smith, this is also about rolling out their new look offense. They added Randy Moss and Mario Manningham in free agency. They also added Brandon Jacobs. They drafted Michael James. That's a whole lot of new weapons for Alex Smith. If he's going to take that next step and really help this offense develop some consistency, they're going to be looking to really kind of blow things up on offense. For this game, however, as much as I would like to pick the 49ers for now, and maybe it's an ode to karma, I'm going to pick the Packers. I'm thinking 24-20. Really, I'm picking a close score because I think that this is going to be a pretty tight game. I think this game could go either way. I do think the 49ers can win this, but it's going to be a tough one. So for the next matchup, I wanted to take a look at the 49ers' Week 12 contest against the New Orleans Saints. The 49ers probably head into this game upwards of 8-2. They've got a strong stretch of home games where I think they can do some good work there and really be in a position to take firm control of the division at this point. This is, of course, a rematch of their instant classic playoff matchup last year. The 49ers won at the last second for those that were buried under a rock. And, of course, this also is the first matchup since that pregame speech involving Greg Williams and the bounty stuff. So we'll see if there's any bad blood there. Of course, the Saints are really a dominant team at home. They were 9-0 last year. They struggled at times on the road, but at home in the Superdome on the turf, they are a tough team. It is built for their offense, which really makes this a stiff challenge for the 49ers. Of course, that offense is led by Drew Brees after that on-again, off-again the problems they had during the offseason with a contract. They finally agreed to a big deal, and Drew Brees is back leading that offense. I actually think that this team enters this game with a chip on their shoulder, not just from the playoff matchup, but just in general because of the bounty stuff. I think this is an angry team that really, if they can funnel that anger appropriately, they could be a tough matchup all season long. As for a preview, again, 49ers can win this game, but I got to go with the Saints 27-24 right now. That will probably change between now and then, but for now, that road matchup is a tough one. So the final matchup I wanted to look at is potentially the biggest one of the year for the 49ers when they head up to Seattle to face the Seahawks in Week 16. The Seahawks didn't exactly have a strong season last year, but I felt that they were kind of building in the right direction. The 49ers could head into this game at 10-4. They're potentially battling the Seahawks for NFC West supremacy. A lot of people think that the 49ers are going to run away with this division, but the Seahawks are a young, solid squad, and that's really exemplified by their young secondary. They don't have a starting defensive back older than 27, and I think that's something where if they can really develop into a unit, they're going to be a tough matchup all season long. Of course, the 49ers are going to be heading into hostile territory at CenturyLink Field. The clink has been tough for the 49ers offensive line in particular. They've dealt with a lot of false starts and offsides penalties. If the 49ers offense is going to take a step forward, they really need to work on those false starts. They need to really develop into a cohesive unit. And this matchup is as much of a challenge as any because of the noise at CenturyLink. I think that the 49ers do pull this one out. I'm going with the 27-24 victory. It's not going to be easy, and again, by picking a close score, I really think that this is going to be a tough matchup. but I think the 49ers have what it takes to get it done on the road and cinch up the division at this point. Well, there you have it. Those are what I view as the 3 most pivotal road games. I'm sure some of you will disagree. Feel free to comment down below, and of course, make sure to subscribe to SB Nation's YouTube channel at youtube.com/SB Nation.